Wasabi, also known as Wasabia japonica or Japanese horseradish, is a plant that comes from the same family as horseradish and mustard. As a condiment, wasabi refers to the paste made from the ground rhizomes and stems of the plant. The rhizome is the underground portion of the stem, also known as a rootstock, while the stems appear above ground and are purplish in colour. It is similar in taste to hot mustard or horseradish, rather than chili peppers, in that it stimulates the nose more than the tongue. Wasabi is commonly eaten with sushi. The oldest record of wasabi as a food and for medicinal purposes dates back to the 8th century AD. In 1185, the fleeing Heike warriors, who were defeated at the Battle of Danoura, gathered wild-growing wasabi and used the roots to garnish their salmon sashimi and deer. They also pickled and ate the stems and leaves of the plant. The popularity of wasabi in English-speaking countries has coincided with that of sushi, growing steadily since the early 1980s. Wasabi is generally sold either as a rhizome or stem, as a dried powder, or as a ready-to-use paste. In some high-end restaurants, the paste is prepared when the customer orders, and is made by grating the stem. Once the paste is prepared, it loses flavour in about 15 minutes if left uncovered. In sushi preparation, chefs usually put the wasabi between the fish and the rice, because covering wasabi until served preserves its flavour. Fresh wasabi leaves can be eaten raw, having the spicy flavour of wasabi stems, but a common side effect is diarrhea. Peanuts, soybeans, or peas may be roasted or fried, then coated with wasabi powder mixed with sugar, salt, or oil, and eaten as a crunchy snack. In Japan, it is called wasabi mame. The plant grows naturally along stream beds in mountain river valleys in Japan. The two main cultivars in the marketplace are E. japonicum, Daruma, and Mazuma, but there are many others. Few places are suitable for large-scale wasabi cultivation, and cultivation is difficult even in ideal conditions. Among other things, it is quite intolerant of direct sunlight, requires an air temperature of between 8 and 20 degrees Celsius, and prefers high humidity in summer. This makes it impossible for growers to fully satisfy commercial demand, which makes wasabi quite expensive. Wasabi is cultivated mainly in the Shizuoka, Nagano, Iwate, and Shimane prefectures of Japan. Most wasabi flavouring in commercial usage is a low-quality substitute. A common alternative wasabi recipe includes horseradish, mustard, starch, and green food colouring or spinach powder. These substitutes are often labelled as wasabi, even though they do not actually include any part of the wasabi plant. Fresh horseradish root is described as having a similar flavour and texture to that of fresh wasabi. In Japan, horseradish is referred to as seiyo wasabi, Western wasabi. In the United States, true wasabi is generally found only at specialty grocers and high-end restaurants. Because the burning sensations of wasabi are not oil-based, they are short-lived compared to the effects of capsaicin and chili peppers, and are washed away with more food or liquid. The sensation is felt primarily in the nasal passage, and can be quite painful depending on the amount consumed. Inhaling or sniffing wasabi vapor has an effect like smelling salts, a property exploited by researchers attempting to create a smoke alarm for the deaf. One deaf subject participating in a test of the prototype awoke within 10 seconds of wasabi vapor being sprayed into his sleeping chamber. Wasabi is normally consumed in such small quantities that its nutritional value is negligible. The major constituents of raw wasabi root are carbohydrates, water, fat, and protein.